This is about maximizing you. Take the number out of it. I think your #1 enemy when you work out is not your body, isn't people, it's your mind. You conquer the mind, the body can do whatever it wants to do. I always tell people, tell your brain to shut up. You know, if you can go, go. Don't limit yourself based upon your thought process and your paradigm. Tell your brain to shut up and keep pushing. Hey guys, this is men's physique professional and 2018 Olympian Chris Griffin. We're here at Destination Dallas, and we're gonna be doing a little bit of back today, a little bit of chest, throw some shoulders in. The whole concept of this whole workout is gonna be called the V-Taper series. So we're gonna be talking about how to make that waist small by creating the illusion of having wider shoulders, bigger chest, and creating some more thickness on your back. Hopefully you're able to actually get a gym or two from this workout and be able to implement it in your own workouts back at home. You know, I think a lot of times when you see people train, they can go so much more further as it pertains to the volume of their workout, the intensity. I always say if the body can handle it, give it to it. You know, people always talk about hypertrophy and muscle change and really stimulating. You know, if you haven't tapped into your full potential, I think it's time. You know, I think a lot of times if you want something you've never had, you got to do something you've never done. Many times people settle for the same sets, the same volumes, the same rep range, week after week, month after month, year after year, and they wonder why the body doesn't change. I think a lot of time is because they're not changing anything. After every contest, after every prep, I always go back to the drawing board, and I always try to make things a little bit more difficult, a little bit more challenging to really stimulate the muscle fiber, whether it be training, whether it be nutrition, whether it be rep range. You know, as it pertains to tummy and rows, one of the things I try to do is really change the grip. Reason being I like to do that is try to hit each and every muscle fiber. One of the things I really try to tell beginners to do is to write it down each workout you do, because sometimes it might be hard to remember what you did last time you did back. And you don't want to be redundant. You really want to make sure you're hitting each and every muscle group every time you hit back. One of the things we did on back as it pertains to the drop set, again, I recruited assistants, is I kept my hands on the machine, started off really, really low, because I really like to warm up every first set. Anytime I'm transitioning and I'm doing a different muscle group, I like to warm up just from a physiological standpoint. I really want that muscle to get used to that movement. No matter how strong you are, no matter how big you are, it's just a practice I like to do. And once the muscle is hot and I feel comfortable with it, I have somebody and I just use the methodology of more or less. I just have them, if I say more, add weight. If I say more, add weight. If I say less, drop weight. Again, that's some creating contraction, and it's causing that muscle failure, that breakdown as it pertains to intensity and drop sets. And I just keep going. I don't rest towards the end of it. I just keep going over and over and over again to create stimulation, but all the while maintaining contraction. I want to squeeze. I'm not being sloppy. I'm maintaining my form, my time under tension, controlling the weight, not allowing the weight to control me, to really, really try to create as much contraction and as much blood flow we can get in that given muscle group. I think today one of the things I wanted to do was really just, you know, spike the intensity. I did a lot of drop sets. Obviously, whenever you do that, you need a partner. If you don't have a partner, grab somebody. Be nice and just ask them if they can assist you, you know, because you're gonna need more than 2 hands in that, because you wanna keep your hands on the machinery the entire time and really try to minimize that rest time in between the transition as you segue, you know, during that drop set motion. I think the other thing we really wanted to do was really try to keep the weight increased and augmented throughout the entire process. We kept going up in weight. And I know a lot of times that seems counterintuitive. That's the idea. You know, you're not trying to, you know, be Hercules every time. Sometimes you're trying to deplete the muscle and really break it down to where essentially you feel weak. It's gonna be a hit on your ego, but it's gonna pay dividends as it pertains to your overall physique. Yeah, I think one of the things people misconstrue is that they go into drop sets and they get sloppy. you want to try to keep that form as precise and tight as possible. My mind is always on contraction, not thinking about a great set, but thinking about great repetitions. That mind to muscle connection, where I'm trying to contract and force as much blood into the muscle over a given time, keeping it time under tension while keeping the intensity high. And again, that takes a lot of brain power. You know, your mind really has to be synced in on what you're doing to really try to connect with the muscle and really pay attention to each and every fiber you're trying to fire during the regimen and during the routine. You know, when you talk about large muscle groups, your back, your quads, your hamstrings, your chest, there's so many different muscle fibers you're really trying to target to create that illusion of a beautiful back or a beautiful chest. So I try to be as comprehensive as possible. Try to think of creating a casserole. You're trying to hit each and every different muscle fiber to create that beautiful tapestry in that picture. It's challenging, but that's the fun in it. You know, you're being an architecture over your back. You're stewarding. You're creating that masterpiece. So take pride in it. Don't be in a rush. Really embrace the process and embrace what you're doing. So I try to be as comprehensive as possible, really thinking about specifically which muscle group I want to target. I plan my attack, then I attack my plan, and try to be as strategic and systematic as possible. Whenever we're doing chest, I think one of the things we really wanted to do is, you know, one, we really wanted to increase speed a little bit more towards the end to really create that muscle fascia explosion. I want to get blood in at the end of the workout. You know, I really want to leave it in the gym. So again, you're working with limited energies, you know, as it pertains to that. You're going to be fatigued, you're going to be tired. So you really want to tap into your intensity. A lot of that isn't just moxie. I like to increase caffeine, you know, not just pre-workout. I know some guys don't do this, but I also do an intra-workout too. I try to drink it in as quick as possible. It's already pre-made, so I can just deliver it as quick as possible. The good thing about intra-caffeine usage is that your muscle is already hot, metabolism is already firing, so it's gonna get in your bloodstream a little bit faster. Just kind of a nutritional tip and a supplementation tip. I think the other thing is that it's gonna peak your energy levels towards the end of your workout, where most people are depleting and they're failing and things are slowing down and they're not as focused. You get a chance to have that quick delivery of focus towards the mid and the end of your workout. You know, whenever I was pyramiding towards my chest, it's really a feel thing. I call it the honor system, right? You know when you're depleted, you know when you can keep going. Be honest with yourself. It's not one size fit all, right? But you know your body, you know yourself. But be honest with yourself. If you can do an extra couple reps, do it. If you can do an extra couple sets, do it. At this point in my workout, I take the number out of it, I take the set out of it. I'm not even thinking about that. It's all feel, it's euphoric. If I feel good, I'm gonna go the rest of the night. That's my mindset. You know, it's about, if my body can keep moving, if I feel great that day, if I feel rested, if I'm reaching a caffeine hit or an intensity spike, I'm gonna keep going. But we really wanna leave the gym exhausted, depleted, and leave it all right here within the four walls of Destination Dallas. Hope you're able to get something out of it. Hopefully you're able to take a gym or two home and heat it in your own workouts and be able to maximize your physique and for the rest of 2018 heading into 2019.